is deeper, has a deeper meaning than even our blood. It's part of our souls, and it was amazing to be able to share that with the folks that showed up for the viewing of this film. It was really powerful.
Well, thank you, Dan. We honor you, your family, your legacy, and your lineage. I do have somebody that
Vivian, you didn't quite get your comment.
Wait, Chris, wait. I have Dana Beal on the phone. I have Dana Beal on the phone. And does everybody know? Does everybody know Dana Beal?
I'm a little late on the terpene mute button, but that's appropriate because I'm just a political street fighter. And
I have Dana Beal on the phone, everybody. So hang on just a minute, Chris. Dana Beal. Does everybody know that Dana Beal on Tuesday goes to jail? Dale, say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody.
Well, I just wanted to say as a note to the last person that was on, Dennis used to crash at my house when he came for the May Day smoking, always the first Saturday of May, the marijuana parade.
Right.
And I used to stay at the castle when I was in San Francisco. In fact, I can go to the castle right now and stay there. So Castro Castle, it's a shrine to Dennis. But also I was really close with Gilbert, the guy who originated the rainbow flag, which Trump is trying to take down. Anyway, I'm going to jail. But before I go to jail, I'm doing a little road trip right now. I'm going around, we're making a movie. And the theme of the movie is how when people block out marijuana and they refuse to talk to marijuana people, they refuse input from marijuana people, they lose a lot of things. Marijuana people have a lot to offer society. And when they're blacklisted, they can't offer it. And I'm in Idaho, which is, is a very illegal state. And it's ironic, they have a hard drug problem here, big meth problem and fentanyl problem. And I am the guy in the marijuana movement who came up with the African rainforest cure for drug addiction. And we did it because we wanted to protect our constituents, the people who march in marches, from the government dealing drugs, which is, you got to admit, kind of unfair. They cut off all the pot and then flood the streets with heroin. Isn't that kind of rigging the system, as Trump would say? Anyway, that would actually happen under Richard Nixon. So I wish that I'd learned about ibogaine earlier, but I learned about it in August of 1974. And it was a curiosity. We didn't do anything with it under Jimmy Carter, which is our one chance to actually get it through. We didn't understand that there would be a second chance because of Reagan would use the canard that they are having cocaine parties in the White House. You remember when they claimed that they caught some cocaine in the floor in Biden's White House? They're still peddling the same retread propaganda. But Trump actually came out with it to get his friend Steve Rubel off of income tax evasion. And Trump and Roy Cohn claimed they saw the chief of staff of Jimmy Carter's White House snorting coke under the big moon with a spoon on the wall. Right? In other words, everybody at Studio 50 was doing cocaine. But they tried to make a big deal of it, and they were not able to, press charges. But it spilled over into the Reagan campaign, and they were able to use that to mobilize people against marijuana. There was, of course, only one problem. They didn't know that at the end of 1980. They didn't begin to get an inkling until 2 years later, when cases of AIDS started showing up. And the only thing that was effective for people wasting away was to eat a brownie. And that was the thing. We didn't understand. We, the people who were the advocates, thought, you can't give these guys joints. You gotta give them a brownie because that's to coat the inside of it.
That was the story that Mary Jane, the lady
Marijuana is a sovereign anti-inflammatory.
Dana,
That who is used on.
can you hear me, Dana?
Kinds of intestinal complaints.
Can you hear me,
There are
Dana?
a lot of it in the subcontinent.
Can you hear me?
So, if we'd just known, only I'd given the Pope a bag of brownies, a big basket of brownies to take around and see for it. We could have jumped 10 years to history. So a lot of times we don't catch on to stuff when we really should. But I'm going to a few personal appearances here, and we're making a little movie. And I'm going to go to Boise, and there's going to some kind of reception. I'm trying to talk to elected officials. And then on Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock, I have to turn myself in. I'll be in jail for 4 months. And I'll get out around July 1st. Because I have 6 more days too. So around July 1st, or maybe as soon as June 29th, I will be released. And I'll immediately go to New York. I won't be able to come back and bring Ibogaine to Idaho, which I'd like to do. But can't do everything.
Is that where you live in Idaho?
They're about to, the one thing is, they're about. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me, Dana? Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
So,
So I can figure this situation out.
do you live in Idaho?
Well, no, the thing, some people started talking and I lost my train of thought, sorry.
Do you live in Idaho?
No, I live in New York.
You live in New York.
I'm trying to get an Ibogaine hospital in New York under our new mayor, Donnie.
Okay, so they're friendly for Ibogaine in Idaho?
That's why. Yeah, they're having actually a reception that is for the first time backing an Ibogaine bill.
And does Ibogaine assist?
My presence here had an impact.
Does
I
Ibogaine?
would always urge the pot movement to add Ibogaine to the list of things to do.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Does Ibogaine assist with Parkinson's disease?
Yeah. In fact, I have onset Parkinson's, and I do a bit of Ibogaine in the form of a root bark.
Well, fantastic. Everybody, we have Dana Beal on. Dana Beal has been in as long as anybody here on the panel in the movement. Dana Beal has been there. Give us a Jack story. Tell us about Jack, you and Jack.
Well, Jack got his book from a German guy, you know that, right? It was more or less a direct plagiarism of a book called When the Subject is Hemp, which was written by Hans-Georg Baer. But the High Times didn't like him because of who his parents were. So they promoted this Jack Herrera guy instead. Also, Jack came and crashed on Steve Hager's couch and he bonded. Hager just wanted recognition.
You know, a couple things on that, though, was that I was involved in very much revising the Emperor. It was not.
Hang on, Chris.
Book that we put it around. And number two is that I talked to Hans-Georg Baer, and he said, Jack Harris stole my book, and I don't agree with anything he said. So how could he have stolen his book if he didn't even agree with it? You know what I mean? I think Hans-Georg Baer is exaggerating. And plus, Jack doesn't read German. So the whole claim that he plagiarized the book, I have a very hard time just letting that slide because I know 3 reasons why he didn't.
Okay, well, I was there. I can go into minutiae detail, and I can get many witnesses.
It's all.
We didn't steal the version I worked on from him. I don't know about the earlier versions, but the version I worked on, we rewrote that whole thing in the office of the newspaper I was working on day after day.
And any mid-90s version of Jack's book. Just compare them.
Dan, how many versions of that book are there that you know of?
As far as when you say versions, you're talking about how many languages it's been published in?
Well, that
Or how many different printings?
how many iterations? How many versions? Revisions?
14.
14. Wow.
So there's a lot of revisions.
Wow. That's amazing.
Kind of like the Bible.
You know, they cleaned up some of the because they got complaints, obviously.
Yeah, Rodimus, did you just say kind of like the Bible, Rodimus?
The information got out, but Jack had feet of clay like everybody else.
Let me say something. Because I was there.
Let
when Jack did the first
It's
edition of his
Paul's
book.
turn. It's Paul's turn.
Jack was here in Portland, Oregon, when he put together the first edition of his book. And I was there. There were a lot of different people who were working with him on that. It was a compilation of different things. In fact, the very first time I ever saw it was in Dana's newspaper, the Yippie newspaper, Overthrow. And it was called the CMI White Paper. That was 1981, I think. And then Jack put it together here. I let him work in my house for about 2 months back there in 1985. And he didn't copy any book. He compiled a bunch of different articles. And a couple of other people worked on that first edition. You know, Chris Conrad edited a few editions. Ellen Comp edited a few editions. Here in Portland, it was Carolee and Bryce that helped him put it together. So I just have to jump in there and say, when he put together the first edition, he wasn't copying anybody else's book, but the information was out there. The very first edition of High Times magazine had an article about industrial hemp, the hemp farmer. So Jack was the proselytizer. He went town to town with his book, educating people, activating people, and that was Jack's real talent. So I'm done. I'm going to have to run.
I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing with Jack in the book. Without a doubt, we wouldn't be here today without that book. It's like Christianity. If the King James didn't put together the Bible, we wouldn't have Christianity the way it is today. If that Jack didn't do that book, we would not have a world hemp revolution. Whether we like it or not, where it's at, hands down, that book smashed down the gates and educated the world in many languages. So,
Well,
yeah,
here's
many of
an
his
interesting little tidbit is that the book has now been translated into multiple languages, from Japanese to Portuguese, Spanish, German, Czech, French. In every country that the book has been published, it has inspired people to find their voice and demand access to this plant. And in every country, there is some form of legal cannabis or hemp that is driving the future of what we all have the ability to act within, build companies, to continue to share the truth of cannabis. The fact that the book is a compilation of other people's work. That's where all the articles came from. The way that he put it together, the way the story is told, the fact that this book has been an inspiration for others to find their voice is absolutely astounding. That everywhere I go in the world today, whether it's Thailand or Germany or Australia or Portugal or Spain, Colombia, everywhere I've gone, my father's book is on the lips of folks that praise the fact that this information was made available and that it continues even today, I think, to be even more, I would say, impactful than it was in 1985. It is more relevant to what's going on now than it was in 1990. It is more powerful now than it was in 2000. The opportunities that we all have in order to exist within this space together as a community is because of all of the voices and all of the people that worked tirelessly on that book. And many, many, many of them are sitting right here on this this podcast. So thank you all. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. You know, thank you, Dana. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, everybody that put in their time, energy, love, and respect for the plant. Doesn't have to be my father, because this book was a collaboration and a community, undertaking. My father was the face of it because he was the loudest son of a bitch on the planet. You know, he was mercifully unapologetic. And, you know, that was the power of my father, regardless of however you want to, you know, say what the book or how the book was created. I'm not going to give you a lot of legitimacy to your claim, but I appreciate your passion, Dana, and to everybody that's here.
About 1985, right? When we donated an entire box of very fine black Afghani hash to Jack Herrera, and he used it to do 3 printings of a tabloid version of The Emperor Wears No Clothes that went on the door handles of everybody in Oregon 3 times. We paid for them. And of course,
God bless the hash
we gave
man.
him every scrap of anything he could use. And we happened to have this other guy's book, which was halfway translated. And we gave it to Jack, and he incorporated it. It was with our complete authorization. Just the guy from Germany was a little miffed in the end. But that's all right. You know, people get over these things. But I just think that, you know, it's interesting because Germany has now legalized wheat.
I know.
And I've been plumbing the history of the 1940s when they had a Army Air Force band run by Glenn Miller, and everybody in Germany at 5 o'clock would tune in to Glenn Miller on the British broadcasting. So they won the war with marijuana music. And today, Germany is a completely legal country. And that has a lot to do with Hans Gilbert Beer. He was an important leader of legalization in the 80s and 90s.
Is Germany legal across the board, medical and?
It's yes and no. It is more accepted in Berlin and less accepted throughout the rest of Germany, although it's available through pharmacy.
5 to 15 years of what I did, and I was able to get it down. I was able to get it down to 4 months, which is not so bad.
I'm gonna reset the room, everybody. It's Weeds Day, episode 300, and I'm really, really excited to be with everybody. Jeannie 420's here. She's got the Emperor's book behind her. We got Vivian McMeek. We would love to hear from you, Vivian, and Cece and Solo Breezy. If you got a saying for us, we want a saying. It's just a great reunion. We had Kim, who photographed Bob Marley, in today. We had the Pop Brothers in today. We couldn't get to everybody because I hogged a little bit of it, and now we're incredibly working with OGs. But I want everybody right now to unmute themselves and everybody unmute yourself. I see red little stickers on there. Everybody unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Paul, unmute yourself. Okay. And so, okay. So everybody that's unmuted, I want you all to say your your empathy and give your heart to Dana. He's going into jail on Tuesday. And this is a live moment that nobody can take away from us. We are the marijuana heartfelt green farming. We are the soldiers that are holding you, Dana, and that we will be with you there always. You can call us on Wednesdays from jail and come on our show and tell us how you're doing. We will be with you every... They will. Edwin calls me all the time. So you can get a phone, go for it, and I'll give you my phone number. And I want you to keep close with us the whole time you're inside. That's what going public, and that's what the world needs to see. People that are gentle like you, that are going into freaking for a plant that's legal in Germany, now in Japan or Asia.
A bunch of places. They legalized it in Canna. 2 years ago in Africa.
If the jail he's going to, he gets a video tablet.
You know what? Tell your friend on the phone to let Paul talk, okay?
Dana, let Paul talk.
320 cities.
Okay,
Hey, he's got to stop, okay?
Dana, let Paul talk. Okay, Paul.
So Dana's going to Gooding County Jail. They let him have a video tablet in there to contact people. It's very expensive to use, but it's pretty unusual that a little county jail like that has video tablets.
That's cool.
Yeah, if I don't get stuck in the prison, I don't know really what's happening. Yeah, I hope it's in jail.
Well, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. So everybody, at the count of three, let's give a Jack Hairer like terror. Let's give a hair hemp hooray for Dana. At the count of three, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's do a hemp hooray. 1, 2, 3. Hemp hooray. And so that's for you, Dana, and we're going to be with you every day, all day, and so you don't get lonely, and that you go in and make a difference. You can teach people while you're in there, correct?
Well, you can't really do much, but you can. I got stuff happening on the outside. I'm going to be able to go back to New York, and we might actually be able to pull off some stuff in New York with the Ibogaine relatively soon.
We're excited.
Bring it everywhere. You know, that's the thing. You got to understand that before Ibogaine came along, all it was the choices of marijuana, coke, and dope and speed. There was nothing like Ibogaine. It's not a methadone. It's not a maintenance drug. It's a nerve growth promoter. They gave it to vets who had traumatic brain injury that would not heal, right? Not only did it completely heal the brain injury, but their brains were a year and a half younger. Now, interestingly enough, they just found out the same thing about how much.
So Dana, say hello to Vivian. Vivian, say hi to Dana.
Hi, Vivian.
Hi, Dana. We just spoke yesterday. It's nice to speak to you again, my brother.
Yeah.
Vivian, what do you know about Dana? What can you tell us one Dana story?
Yeah, well, you know, Dana has done incredible work with Ibogaine, as you know, and particularly with Parkinson's patients. And I'm just really am encouraged by the promise that Parkinson's patients have from kind of the regenerative components of Ibogaine. And I think that in particular, having, you know, we both have a mutual friend with Parkinson's, I think that's a really incredible direction. Of course, his work to get Ibogaine to traumatic brain injury patients in Ukraine is just extremely, important. And you know, I mean, I'm honored to be at this esteemed ganja gaggle of hempo sapien mover shakers, history makers, and risk takers. And nobody exemplifies that more than Dana Beal. He's a tireless, driven advocate, always has been.
And he's going behind the bars. This is a incredible moment, everybody, that we have Dana Beal on, and we honor you, man, for all you've done. And can you answer me a question, Dana? Does the molecular structure, like the 420, Dr. Machulam found, the THC molecule, does the molecules in ibogaine actually knit back to?
That's a different, cannabinoids are an oil, right? Ibogaine is very oil soluble, but it is got part of the same structure as LSD and serotonin, the kind of the left side of it. There's a 6 ring and a 5 ring, right?
Right.
And on serotonin and LSD, you have something relatively another 6 ring, but a variation on that. But with ibogaine, it's a 7 ring, and it has a porch on it, which is I don't know. For some reason, it actually goes into the cells. It actually, what happens is, you know what an SSRI is? Like Prozac?
Prozac, yes.
It affects the serotonin transporter. In other words, serotonin is like LSD to the brain. And if it's on the receptor too long, the receptor desensitizes. So you have a transporter to come along and suck it back up so it can be reused. And ibogaine fools the transporter into thinking it's a serotonin, and it goes inside the cell and sets out a cascade of 3 nerve growth factors that have those great effects and stuff.
That's phenomenal.
The first thing we found out was for heroin, you could be in the throes of withdrawal, take ibogaine, half an hour later, you have no more withdrawal, and it never comes back.
So what the fuck is happening with humanity and, and the whole idea that if we can prove it, we should be able to use it?
3 minutes away from 420. Let's go. That's very important here in this room.
Yeah.
Let's fuck out. There's somebody called Big Pharma.
Yeah, but Big Pharma doesn't have the truth, and we do. So that's why behind the scenes we have shows like this, everybody. This is Jeff Eichen with episode 300. We're so blessed to have everybody in the house, all the OGs, all the young Gs, Solo Breezy and Vivian McPeak and Dana Beal. Dana Beal, everybody out there who's on the phone. Dana is on my phone, everybody. And Dana goes behind bars on Tuesday for 6 months or 4 months?
4 months.
6 months minus the almost 2 months that I already did. So it's 4 months, 6 days.
Okay. I think we lost Vivian. Let's see, Vivian. Yeah, we did lose Vivian for a second. And so,
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, what did Solo want to say? I wanted to hear what Solo was going to say.
Back to New York and then go to court to get terminated.
Okay, Solo, do you have a quote for us today?
Whoa. Most importantly, we're 2 minutes away from 420, guys. That's what I want to say. Let's start them. Let's spark them up. 418.
Okay, it's almost.
Is trying to pass a referendum to ban medical marijuana initiatives.
Okay.
But there's a medical marijuana initiative on the ballot, which has 80% support. So they're going to have an anti and a pro, and we'll see which one wins. But I think they're going to legalize it. And once they legalize it, the basis for keeping me on for parole for 10 years
after 419
kind of goes up in smoke.
Okay. Well, it's almost 420 on the East Coast, and that means that we will hold hands across the water and across the Americas and the Europes and everything. 420 is what we are here for. We are here to celebrate Dana Beal's freedom in 4 months. Bless you, Dana. And Solo, do you have a quote for Dana?
Absolutely. First things first, though. After 419, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Happy 420.
Okay, it's 420, everybody. We got solo.
Happy 420.
Happy. So,
All right. So today's quote, real quick. I'm so sorry what you're going through, Dana. I'm gonna pray for you. Make sure we get you some good care packages out there, specifically to make you good out there. So we're gonna pray for you and stay safe in there. And thank you for educating people. All right. So today's quote, quoted by the great Mary McLeod Bethune: "Invest in the human soul. Who knows it might be a diamond in the rough." Let me read that again. Invest in the human soul. Who knows it might be a diamond in the rough.
well, everybody, soul sisters and soul brothers, it's been a great episode. 300. I'm blessed with everybody who came on board. Jeannie 420, say hello to everybody.
Hello to everybody.
Hey, we're blessed.
Hi, Solo. Vivian, we love you.
We're blessed to have you. Cece, say hello to everybody.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day and you're having gorgeous weather, I hope.
And say your empathy for Dana Beal, who's still on the phone. He can hear you.
Thank you. Dana, sweetie, I'm hoping with good behavior, it's only maybe 2.5 months with 2.5 days. 1, 2, if you need pen pals, please let me know. I'll send you my info. We can write. I would love to write with you.
What we do is to send books.
Send
Books,
books.
you got it.
From a publisher or Amazon.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I've got friends with that.
So send me a book if there's something you want me to read about. I'll read it.
Absolutely. Phenomenal. Will do.
I'll send you the latest edition of The Emperor.
There you go. There you go. And enjoy your staycation.
Wow.
Most of that stuff, though, you got to understand.
What? How?
Some cookie sheets are not comfy.
Did that was really important was discovering hemp for victory in the Congressional Library because it was supposedly all destroyed under Ronald Reagan.
No, they have a way of messing with people.
That's part of my PowerPoint I do on the history of cannabis.
Well, just remember, tie your sheets and knots at the head and foot of your bed to keep them in place. 1, if you tuck the top and shove your clothing in the top, you'll make yourself a nice comfy pillow. Because them cookie sheets are not kind. Let's be real. Tell me you got a back issue if you need a thicker mattress. I got you, boo.
Oh,
and if you ever need salt, tell them that you have a toothache. You need to swish with salt water. Good luck.
you got that, Dana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you need daily quotes, please reach out to me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they give you a tablet or something. Reach out to me.
I wanted to make that point. Just came out 2 days ago.
What was your point?
Pot regenerates the brain in old people.
Pot regenerates the brain in old people. Okay, you heard it from Dana, not from me, because I can't go public with any testimonials, but I got
I'm smoking,
people.
I'm old. I feel young. Works for me.
You know, I have my Seahawks bong that I got at HempFest,
So they're
and
trying to get old people smoke pot now because they can't have them smoke tobacco and get bios COPD.
hey,
Right?
hey.
They're taking everything
Let's
from us.
replace alcohol and tobacco with marijuana.
100%.
It's a public health imperative. It's for the good of America.
And Paul,
They don't believe us. They should be smoking weed.
and Paul Stanford, are you still with us, Paul Stanford?
They believe us. They also just believe that
I
there's
am
no cash
here.
in the cure.
Say hello to Dana.
Hey, Dana, I'll see you on Sunday. I'll see you on Sunday in Boise.
Big event in Boise.
Oh,
You should
boy,
get
I'm
everybody
fit
you know and
there.
3
Oh, well.
states to come to it.
Yes, Dana will be in Boise on Sunday night for a panel of people. And there's a link to it. I sent you the poster, Jeff,
Okay,
but there's a link to it on my Facebook page.
okay.
and You look it up.
Okay.
So, and he'll be in Coeur d'Alene talking about Ibogaine on Friday night. I'm not going to be there. But
amazing.
I
Okay.
will be in Boise on Sunday, though, along with a lot of other people. Mary Jane Oatman, Nez Perce hemp activist, Joe Evans, a U.S. Senate candidate, and others.
Well, Dana, God bless you, man. May your stay there be, may it feel shorter than it, than the time that you have to serve. And
it's quite doable if you get the right books.
Well, 24/7, we're going to have you in our hearts, everybody. Episode 300 has been really special for me, everybody. I'm glad I had a little mini movie at the beginning showing all the people that mean something to me and a lot of the old episodes. 300 episodes, a lot of episodes. So thank you, Chris, for coming on. Thank you, Chris. And thank you. Solo, do you have a quote for us? Another one?
Yeah, do we got a quote? Real quick, I just really want to give a shout out to Jeannie 420, Cece, Crazy Pop Mom, Kim, a lot of other wonderful female women who have come to the We Wednesday podcast. That's very important. Without the men, there'd be no women. Women are important in the cannabis industry. So shout out to all the women in the cannabis industry.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for acknowledging women in weed.
All right, so today's ending quote, quoted by Thomas Fuller: "Good is not good where better is expected."
Oh, yeah. We're going to get better. We're going to make this thing happen. And we're going to prop you up with the ibogaine. I'm starting a new movie because I was in Peru. They allowed me to film some ceremonies with ayahuasca, with wachuma, and with the cacao ceremony. So I'm going to do a new film called Plant Medicine Through My Lens. And it's going to be telling the story that all plant medicine is important and vital to us, for us forgetting our PTSD that we think we have, and some of us do have. So through plant medicine used responsibly and right, and with the people like Dana Beal studying it and helping us to learn how to use it, everybody, be responsible with your weed, be responsible with your intake. And even if you choose to have alcohol in your body, that's fine. The alcohol with moderation is going to be fantastic. So
it shrinks your brain, man. Come on.
Yeah, well, we know we know that. But anyways, and we look forward to many more episodes. And there's Crazy Pop Mom that Solo Breezy has. So all the beautiful ladies in weed are here. Any final words, Dan? I'm going to go around and get final words.
No, grateful to be a part of this community.
Okay, 300 episodes. There we go. Thank you for sharing your time, and it's always good to see you. And I'll see you on campus, Dan. Cece, any final words?
Take care, everybody.
Any final words, Cece?
Jeff, thank you again for having me on again. And Solo, thank you for bringing me. And Janie, can I just say, oh my God, I love the cover. That is a phenomenal cover. It's so moving and so powerful. What a great choice of a picture. I absolutely adore it. I just wanted you to know that. Dana, good luck, sweetheart. And I would love to pick your brain. I want to find that link that you have on your page, Jeff, for his research.
We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it to you. We'll get it to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, Jeannie, any final words?
And Dan, bless your heart. You're a spitting image for your father. Oh my God. Sorry.
So I just want to say my gratitude and my love to everybody, especially the alumni of the New Green family, and to you, Dana, going into jail. Our hearts are with you. We will be with you every step of the way. And we're not going to leave you behind. And Edwin Rubies, we're not going to leave you behind either. We're not going to leave anybody behind. Wherever you are, the New Green family has you in our hearts, has you in our sights. And we're going to keep going forward until we get each and every one of you home safely. We haven't forgotten you. We never will. And to the veterans, the 420 veterans of Washington and now here in Colorado, I reach out to every one of you and I say thank you so much for being so supportive and so open and understanding about cannabis. I love it here in Colorado. Magazine, do not miss page 42 and be like Brad Clark. And one more thing, rejoice, Steph Leopard has new music, and that's all I have to say. Cheers, everybody. I love you.
Ham Pam Hooray, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and we're still on. You there? You there, Dana?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we're still on.
Make sure you get a way to get money on Dana's books, okay?
Yeah, it's basically Paul Stanford has the GoFundMe.
Okay, we'll get Paul's 420. We'll get Paul's to give us the GoFundMe, and I'll post it when I repost this video, and I'll put it all over the place, and we'll talk about you often. See if you can call in and get a tablet. That would be great to have you, Dana. Thank you for all you've done, for all you're doing, and that ibogaine needs to be heard about. And I'll put that in my movie too, about all plant medicine is very important to the planet and to all the OGs that started this whole movement. Jack, Dennis Perone, and now we have Dana Beal. Thank you so much, Dana. My heart is with you.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
All right, everybody, it's Jeff Eichen. We're going to be out of here in a second. And so let's do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. And everybody give me a 3 symbol here. Okay, here we go. Hold up 3 fingers, everybody. Cool. Okay, I think I got it. Let's see if I got it. Hang on. I'm going to go here. Okay, here we go. 3 fingers. 3 fingers. Come on, Dan. I thought I had it. Hang on. It's not working today. Let me get my phone. Hang on. I'll do it with my phone.
I got one for you, brother.
Yeah, don't give me a schedule 1 phone. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got it. We went analog. We went analog now. So
it'll be out on beta.
Hey, it's beta. So alpha, beta, omega. Everybody, resist, persist, and be consistent in your life, and teach the children well, because they're going to come after us. Look at what we have. We have, all of us are our fathers and our mothers' children, and we're carrying on the legacy. So carry it on, everybody. Episode 300. I can't wait. I hope you don't wait till episode 600 to come back, but we should have asked Paul. Paul has over 1,000 episodes of his show, Cannabis Commons. So we've been in this for a while. It's our passion. We have to do this. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, everybody, for all you've been doing. And we'll see you at the concert. Peace out, everybody. That's all I got.
Recording stopped.
So everybody, I'm still on StreamYard here. Here we are on StreamYard still. And we're really excited to tell you that, is it a pleasure to do this show? Yeah, it's a pleasure. But is it something I have to do? Yeah, it's something I have to do. It's something I want to do? Of course it is. But in the real dream, I want to end prohibition. This man right here, Dana Beal, in the photograph right there, is going to jail on Tuesday. So I don't think I'll be able to get to Boise on Saturday, but maybe I'll try. Gosh, if everyone's going to be there. I mean, I don't like to miss out on things, but I'm trying to get to Peru, everybody, you know. So again, they're having me back to do some more filming down there. But the idea is to tell the plant medicine story, to make it happen. To make it happen is so important, everybody. And so I'm blessed to be here today and to be with you all. And I hope this broadcast was being broadcast the whole time properly, and that I don't have to repost it. But at the same time, technology happens. So it's totally Weed's Day. Episode 300 happened today. And let's move In My Lifetime lady over and open up our apothecary again here. Okay, so episode 300 happened, everybody. And it's been an incredible show. Thank you, Kim, for coming on. We didn't get to you, but we will get to you next week or whenever else we see you. And thank you to all the prisoners that are so freaking patient. I mean, I cannot imagine. My empathy goes out to all the prisoners. I cannot imagine what you go through just to get through a day, you know, to get through a moment in time where you make it through another day. So I can't wait to have you all home and for us to end this hypocrisy, not apothecary. And yes, it is hypocritical that marijuana is still illegal. So thank you, Dana. I'm amazed that we had you today, and that's all I know. Okay. Peace out, everybody. Actually, 3.